I feel so lucky. Mostly.
A lucky break? Are you happy?
I did something unexpected today.
Mom, we're pregnant.
Swallow director swore this scene was cut, but we found it. What does it reveal about the ending? You won't believe your eyes. The film begins with Rich, a wealthy man whose family business is flourishing. At his success party, we meet his wife, Hunter, who, despite the cheerful atmosphere, feels isolated and lonely. Since their marriage, Hunter has been left alone at home while the rest of the family remains busy with business affairs. She tries to distract herself with games, sketching, and cooking, but the loneliness persists. She eagerly waits each day for Rich to return home, but he is always glued to his phone, never giving her the attention she craves. One day, Hunter discovers she is pregnant, which fills her with joy. She tells Rich, who then organizes a family dinner to announce the news. However, even at this special gathering, Hunter feels neglected as her in-laws shift focus to business talk. In her frustration, she bites on an ice cube, making loud noises that irritate everyone. Rich's mother senses something is wrong and suspects Hunter's strange behavior might be due to pregnancy-related depression. The next morning, she gives Hunter a book advising readers to do something unexpected every day to fight depression. Inspired, Hunter impulsively swallows a marble, which strangely makes her feel good. Rich notices her unusual happiness and questions her, but Hunter lies. The following day, she retrieves the marble from her stool and keeps it. As days pass, Rich's mother begins probing into Hunter's past, making her feel insecure about her modest upbringing. This emotional turmoil grows, and one day, in a moment of compulsion, she swallows a thumbtack, which injures her internally. Despite the pain, the act gives her a strange sense of satisfaction. She hides her injuries, even when Rich comes home with friends for a party. During the night, she suffers immense pain as the thumbtack passes through her system, but she hides it from everyone. One of Rich's friends later congratulates her and admits to feeling lonely at the party. When he asks for a hug, Hunter embraces him, not out of attraction, but out of desperate need for emotional connection. Her compulsion escalates as she begins swallowing dangerous objects, cells, batteries, pins, and more, and stores them like precious collectibles. During a routine checkup, doctors discover these foreign objects in her gut. Emergency surgery is performed, and doctors identify her condition as a psychological disorder where the patient craves and consumes non-food items, a condition known as pica. Rich is furious and deeply ashamed. He removes all objects she could potentially eat, but doesn't realize she could swallow anything. Rich's father, more concerned about the unborn baby, arranges for Hunter to see a top psychiatrist. During her sessions, Hunter confesses she enjoys the texture of objects in her mouth, revealing her emotional and sensory struggles. Realizing the severity of the issue, the family hires a bodyguard to monitor her 24/7. This only frustrates Hunter more, as the guard silently judges her situation, believing someone with a luxurious life shouldn't feel this way. Despite constant surveillance, Hunter sneaks into the bathroom to consume objects. As her birthday approaches, she throws a big party. However, when she finds out Rich has told everyone about her disorder, she's devastated. That night, she demands an apology. Later, she overhears Rich bribing the therapist to report on her. Broken and humiliated, she hides under the bed. Her bodyguard finds her and, sensing her pain, silently offers support by lying beside her. When she wakes, her compulsion returns, and she swallows a screwdriver. It gets stuck in her throat, causing serious injury. The guard calls an ambulance, and she's rushed into surgery. Although Hunter survives, Rich and his family decide she should be admitted to a psychiatric facility until after childbirth to protect the baby. Rich threatens divorce if she doesn't comply. Feeling trapped, she agrees. The next day, when they prepare to take her to the facility, Hunter tricks everyone and escapes with the help of the sympathetic guard. She flees into the forest and reaches a hotel where she eats soil and books a room. There, she calls Rich to express her pain and disconnection. She tells him she doesn't want the baby anymore. Rich pleads with her to return, warning that she has no skills or support system. Hunter refuses to listen and ends the call. She spends the night watching TV and eating soil, then calls her mother the next day to confess her struggles. She reveals that her issues stem from childhood trauma. Her biological father abandoned her, and her ultra-religious mother never wanted her. Determined to find closure, she forces her mother to reveal the address of her biological father and visits him. At his son's birthday party, she introduces herself as his daughter. Her father admits he wronged her mother and explains he served 7 years in jail for his actions. Seeing his remorse, Hunter leaves quietly. With no one left to support her, not even her mother, she decides to take control of her life. She visits a doctor, obtains abortion pills, and ends her pregnancy in a public restroom. She believes it's the right decision, as she's unfit to raise a child in her current state. Now, with a new sense of clarity and emotional resolve after facing her father, she decides to start life anew, and Hunter's story ends there. The deleted scene from Swallow subtly reveals that Hunter had been planning her escape far earlier than the final act suggests. In the scene, she quietly packs a small bag and hides abortion pills weeks before the climax, showing that her decision to leave Rich and reject motherhood wasn't sudden, but a deeply thought-out act of reclaiming control over her life. This changes how we interpret the ending. It's not just a desperate escape, but a carefully prepared act of self-liberation. The director likely cut this scene to maintain ambiguity, but its existence confirms Hunter's strength wasn't born in a moment. It had been building all along. Still confused about the ending? Don't worry, even the actors were. Let's argue about it below, and hit subscribe for more chaos. Our next movie recap is a total disaster.